welcome to Going Insane with Temperance Jermaine. That's me. Hey, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you'll be notified when new messages drop down and pop in. Appreciate you. I just do. I love you. I love whoever's here. I love everybody who's not here too. How about them apples? Okay, next one. Half-baked cakes. When we jump ahead on the path. Good morning. How you doing? You enjoying the rain? Okay, well get warm. When we tried, like I said this morning, when we skip the actual ride and try to get to the end result and then expect everybody, all the other souls to agree, comply, show up, even though they're half-baked cakes. Even you're half-baked because you skipped the middle. That's why, like I said, I was put on a God shelf a lot in my life. Walk. A lot. God shelf, Tracy. Collect God dust. Wait, and work on patience. Because you're half-baked. But then, actually, as you come into patience and you come into true faith, knowing that divine timing is always the perfect timing, there's no arguing with that. The divine has the big picture, and only the source of all creation has that information. Not even the angels with swords have all the information. Jesus did not come down with all the information. He says, not even I know the time of my return. Not even I. Because so many factors play into it. Free will is one of them. It's in our DNA. We have to ask for help. On the other hand, the negative, malevolent forces, our enslavers, all they have to do is reveal their plans. And if we don't say, hey, that sounds contrary to what I think is right, or if we come under the fear to put on a mask, as if that. Okay. I've been in nursing since 1991. This science is contrary to everything they taught me back then. So what about that science? I'd like to know. I'm like, really? How dumb do you think I am? I mean, at least that dude wasn't wearing a mask. Some of these people walking their dogs with their children with masks on when there's nobody around, they're afraid of the fucking air. They're afraid of air. They're afraid to breathe. I wonder who gets the benefit of that fear on a global scale. Sounds like energy vampires to me. And I'm about starving them mofos. I almost said it. So anyway, I mean, it's like, I can't go, quit being afraid. Because then, I'm afraid of their fear. There's no point in that. I pray. I say, I send them energy. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Sometimes I go like this. Because it just boggles my mind to live in such a state of fear of that, that people have been kept from their loved ones especially in the beginning. My God. Kept away from their elderly and their physically, mentally challenged that were in nursing homes. Just a second. That were in nursing homes and kept behind doors that we were not allowed to go and give loves and hugs and kisses and comfort our time to, so that they could have a thing to live for. The only thing that killed him was not COVID getting caught up in those places and just going and wiping everybody out, which was the intention, I believe. Because that's what happened. And that would be the intention. But it also, because there's so many reasons to have that as an intention when you're the enemy of freedom, unconditional love, and world peace. They got stronger by our fear being activated, and consistently sustained. We bless those souls that perished during this past year. Oh Lord, forgive us our compliance to this madness. Help us to learn and grow and overcome this particular aspect of the situation that was meant to be a stumbling block, and in fact, our eternal enslavement. Help us to turn around 360. Help us to learn to be the ones looking to be the greatest on the highest path for the greatest good of all. We thank you for your grace and your mercy in this hour of our need, in this time, in this place, in this space and time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Pterodactyl-sized crow. If we don't embrace that, be culpable, responsible, and then turn around and start doing something different to change the outcome we helped create by being in agreement. And that's what they have to do. They have to make us, if we're compliant and agreeable to their plans, they show it through the movies, through rock videos, or rap, whatever, the music industry, the Hollywood industry, political industry, science industry, for now, religious industry. These things get fed by our compliance. When we quit being agreeable to that, and that brings us full circle, then we're on the, oh, I switched, didn't I? That's okay, because they're tied together. But we can only do ourselves. We cannot force another soul to release, to turn away, to take the masks off, to walk in faith, not fear. False evidence appearing real. And that's what they do. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And that's what we oh, all we can do is our walk. And we can not, with all our might, materialize another soul that we want with us on this journey. Trust me, I tried. At least 3 serious, ever-loving times. 3 ever-loving souls. 3, I tried to just materialize them by sheer will, but it wasn't the highest path for the greatest good of all. And they're half-baked cakes. I mean, I'm not judging. Why would I? that means I'm still a half-baked cake. And I like cake, and I like cake mix. But half-baked cakes, just, it's like choose one, you know, right? And I want, with all my, I mean, when you come to the understanding that you want them there because you love them, right? But you love them in their raw form, not in the you know, fully baked, fully, all the ingredients coming together into a whole new um, creation, like a butterfly, okay? Um, and you don't love them if you don't let them walk their walk, no matter how much you want them there and how much your heart breaks because they're not with you. And there's no amount of wisdom or knowledge you can shove down any other soul's throat. All you can do is walk it out in front of them. Or if it turns out that, you know, by tapping into the hoops and the 3D and the letting that toxic behavior, which is one of the boundaries, right? I mean, I had 3 more times to do it this recently, like since January, and they were the toughest ones. And yeah, but then it's like the mind breaks the wall between the understanding and the knowing and the faith and the stubbornness and the entitlement issues and the 3D matrix, But me, I'm a victim. Why don't you love me? I'm such a nice person. It just makes me, ugh. You're when you're working on that shit, you quit maintaining your garden, and the weeds start growing, and pretty soon you have tumbleweeds and big old goat head stickers. You can't walk out there barefoot. You know, all the things I like to do. So, I mean, I always pray to be on the highest path for the greatest good of all. But it's a walk, it's a journey, because sometimes you have to pull the front easy weeds before you can go dig out the ones with the deep roots, because you have to be able to, they have to reveal themselves. And that's okay, because I was still on the highest path for the greatest good of all, because I was doing all the little weeding, making sure, making sure I got the root, of those, and then I went for the biggies. But when the wall of resistance, the wall between the divine matrix and the undivine matrix, once the veil gets thinner and thinner, it's like, oh, I don't really love them if I'm going to insist they show up half baked. Or if they're going to insist, and they don't love me, if they insist I stay half baked, which is my choice. And it's their choice. And I respect their soul journey, their existence enough, with such clarity now, and mine, that I want them to be fully baked. And I've taken the whole root out of my garden, and I put a boundary around that garden. My country, my garden. And I'm doing my own maintenance. They can learn their mission, their purpose, and their best tips and tricks. Without me, they don't need me. They don't. That was a codependent, flippant thought that anybody needed me. Everybody needs me. Everybody needs to know the answers are here within you. The answers are always within you. Okay? Period. Invite in the higher realms. They are your love team too. Angels with swords, ancestors, your your guides and guardian angels that have been with you since birth. Everyone's assigned at least one. I think I have. Several. I do. I do. I have two main ones, Raziel and Uriel. Michaelangel, he's like the commander chief of the angels. Truly is. And of the light workers, especially twin flames, because it's a perilous journey. And um, if in, we need strong reinforcement to know we're not abandoned, and we're not abandoned, we're not alone. Gang, gang. Once you realize they're gang, gang, you're never alone, you're never abandoned. All of this stuff just needs to be transmuted. Never leave a void. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's worth saying because it all ties together. So allow yourself to get fully baked, and don't expect other people to come half baked, because then everybody gets, you get a little sick when you eat half baked cake, and it's just. But if you find that that's a situation that's created itself and it manifested in a new form, and you're like, oh, why am I eating a half baked cake? Oh, what is this half baked cake doing out of the oven and on my plate, in my mouth by my own fork? It's okay. You can either put it back in the oven or start over. It's okay. We're always where we're supposed to be because that's where we're at. So, thanks for joining me again. I know I already signed off once. Channelers don't get to quit when they want to. They quit when the message is said and done and complete. Full circle. I love you guys. Catch you on the next vid. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful weathery day. I'm going to. Ciao for now. Peace.